Followed by the Timberwolves, Sierra Lamont for first, team first. Shooting again for the Raiders, number 21, Avery Diaz.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the GRCC Sports Network. We are about a couple of minutes under our way here in Gordon Hunsberger Arena. We apologize for some of the technical difficulties, but should be up and running now. And up and running right now here off the start. This game is North Central, and the GRCC on top, 10-2 here, and the Raiders already coming out swinging pretty well. The only 2 points coming off of a couple of pair of free throws from Cullen on the Timberwolves side of the ball. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for some basketball as Wozniak receives it and almost loses it before giving up another turnover, dumping it off to North Central. Jackson Hayden with you here this afternoon. Pleasure to bring you some doubleheader basketball here on this conference championship Saturday. Appreciate you tuning in if you're taking a break or maybe getting ready for some conference championship football here on this Saturday. 3 ball from North Central, just off to the left. And GRCC could make it a 10-point lead here on this basket. And they will go under the hoop. Nice feed inside. They'll dish it out. A 3 ball from Picarazzi, and she bangs it in. And they will lead by 11. And the first timeout called by NCMC. We'll take one as well. It's 13-2 GRCC here on the GRCC Sports Network.
Media, timeout.
Welcome back here on the GRCC Sports Network. 13-2, GRCC on top. We'll get a couple of free throws coming. Actually, correction, inbound pass from North Central. Here on this Saturday afternoon, a little non-conference action happening here on the campus of Grand Rapids Community College. There's a nice feed inside, but misses just a little over the hoop. But Erica Taylor out there looking at this starting lineups here for North Central Michigan College as we try to catch you up after missing the first couple of minutes. It's Marshall LeBlanc, Taylor, Cullen, and Van Tol for North Central. And on the Raiders side of the ball, Wozniak, Belton, Picarazzi, Pia, and Day. Appreciate you spending some time with us here on this Saturday afternoon. Avery Piat down inside. They'll feed it out to Belton for 3. It falls short. And LeBlanc will bring it up the floor. Sammy Marshall near the Raiders bench as they're swinging it around. The Timberwolves enter play today 2-5 overall, trying to snap their one little game skid. They did have a nice little 2-game streak there in mid-November, but their last game out was a couple of weeks ago against Mott Community College. They dropped one 85-46. Their last win did come against Kellogg Community College, where they snuck out a win up in Petoskey, 65-58. But for the Raiders, they're fresh off of their win against their rival Muskegon Community College, winning 63-57. And Cadence Colin really plowing into Sophia Wozniak on the drive to the rack. And Colin is going to get a couple of free throws here on the shooting foul. Avery DePocter will check in, and Wozniak will depart for the Raiders. But taking a look back at that GRCC MCC game, the Raiders they put up 73 shot attempts and only made 23 of them. So their shooting percentage looking mighty low after that game. The three-point shooting kind of was the bit of their heel. They shot over 27 three-pointers and only made 5. So that's 18.5% there for the Raiders. And definitely looking to tidy that up a little bit here on this Saturday afternoon. Right now, a comfortable 9-point lead over the Timberwolves. But they were getting decent looks. They weren't able to, cash in a lot of them or follow through a lot of their shots. And of course, now they lead by 11, their largest lead of this afternoon. Ball on the ground, scooped up by Belton and the Raiders. DePocter will go to the rack, and she misses. Tell you what, DePocter, the transfer in from Aquinas College, averaged about 11 minutes a game for the Saints a year ago, but playing a big pivotal, I would say she's kind of like the 6th player off the bench for the Raiders, and she does a really good job. She gets a lot of decent looks. She just has not been able to finish the way that she might hope. She gets a lot of decent looks from behind the arc as well, just hasn't been able to follow through on some of those. So right now, North Central. And this is something that the Raiders do very well, is this backcourt defense. And that will be a backcourt violation. They forced 3 of those the other night against MCC and already won here tonight against North Central. This defense very pesky. You got to constantly keep your wits about you with how well they can pickpocket you. DePocter near side, swings it over to Day. She'll take a mid-range jumper, and she rattles it in. 17-4 to open up this ball game against NCMC. And the Raiders right now cruising, and their tough, pesky, sticky defense continues here as Gracie Jones unable to corral it. And that'll set up Allison Rockburn to inbound it. Well, you're already seeing some of those deep bench players get some playing time here in the opening quarter of this game, and I would expect more things such as that here throughout this game, especially with the way this game has already started to trend a little bit. Nice pass outside to Belton. The 3 is good. Belton extends their lead to 16 here with 2:46 to play in this first quarter. Rockburn, they're really trying to get her going. She's been a small part into this offense as that's picketed. Gracie Jones, floor to floor, and she gets it rejected by Belton. Some nice recovery there by Harmony Belton, who got her pass that she was supposed to receive intercepted, and North Central just unable to finish. And with the way GRCC has played recently, you wouldn't even expect them to be where they're at right now. Of course, 7-3 entering today. 2-0 here at home, trying to look to make it 3-0, but they're in the nice stretch of 4 straight home games, and they'll continue that stretch here next Friday night. Out into paint, the layup, and the one. But of course, next weekend coming up, the David Selman Classic. The GRCC women's team will face Oakton College, and then on Saturday, South Suburban College. LeBlanc, one of the guards, and now Cadence Cullen getting forced out. Vantil will take a mid-range jumper. That's off the front of the rim, and not great shot selection so far here for the Timberwolves. And right now the Raiders knocking at the door of a 20-point lead here in the first quarter. On the floor now, Tatiana Hardiman. DePachter, a wide open corner three. Can't get it off the glass. Hardiman with the rebound, put back, and it's good. 22-4. 90 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Raiders have built themselves a very large lead here in the first. An 18-point lead. Out hustling, out physicaling North Central right now. Taylor passes up the opportunity on what could have been a three. And Taylor slow to get back. Raiders in transition now. Belton bounce pass inside to Rockburn, and it's off her foot. And it's stolen away there by Gracie Jones. The North Central still looking for their first field goal attempt of the night. And they won't get it there. They're put back in. That one is good. Their first bucket of the night that didn't come from the free throw line. And they cut it down to 22-6, 36 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Hardiman goes cross floor to Day. She'll pop the two, and she swishes it in. Day up to a quick 6 points right alongside Picarazzi. And Day, nice hustle play. She pokes that one away, and Hardiman comes away with it. Now Day will slow it down, and they'll hold on for the final shot. 7 seconds remaining here in this game. Or excuse me, first quarter. Hardiman with a left-handed hook shot, misses. And the buzzer will sound. And at the end of the first quarter, GRCC leads 24-6 over North Central Michigan College. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second. You're watching GRCC women's basketball here on the GRCC Sports Network. Welcome back here on the GRCC Sports Network as we are rolling right along into the second quarter. Grand Rapids Community College leads at 24-6 over North Central Michigan College. Leading the way in the points total for NCMC is Cadence Cullen. She's got 4 points, all of those on free throw attempts. She also has 3 rebounds on the day. She has played all 10 minutes of that first quarter. Leading the way for GRCC, it's a little two-way tie with 6 points each. Picarazzi and Tiana Day has 6 points. 4 rebounds for Day as well, along with 2 assists for Sophia Wozniak and 3 steals already for Harmony Belton. Both Belton and Day played all 10 minutes of that first quarter. And now still out on the floor here to open up this quarter. We're seeing Trinity Starling out there, as well as Allison Rockburn. DePachter out there, and Harmony Belton. Down low to Starling, up to the rack, no good. Her put back is good. Trinity Starling, we saw a little bit of her in that game against MCC. It was kind of a little bit of a spark plug for the Raiders. As Taylor, let's see, is that a blocking foul there on DePachter? Oh, they're going to say it was on North Central on Erica Taylor. So now Allison Rockburn will inbound it to Harmony Belton. Just about a minute under our way here. A 20-point lead for the Raiders here on this Saturday, cold, wintry December afternoon. Game 1 of 2 of this doubleheader. Hardiman, drive to the paint, finds a lane, through traffic, can't finish. Hardiman with the rebound. Hardiman, out of bounds, last touch by her. I tell you what, Tatiana Hardiman, she has made some really nice plays. Hardiman just kind of sneaking her way through traffic, like underneath arms and everything. And man, that would have been one of the best plays that we've seen so far here in this first half. Would have been that had that gone through. Fouled. Evelyn Van Tol will go back to the free throw line. Van Tol will get her first free throws of the day. So far, North Central Michigan, a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 26-6 is our score, 8:33 to play here in the second quarter. We're gonna one substitution here as Belton will head off the floor as Lydia Skillthrow will be back, or checks in. Van Tol sinks her first. Van Tol second, rattles in and out. Rebounded by North Central, and the put up is good. 14, or excuse me, Allie Sutton pulls them within 26-9 right now. NCMC just trying to put together a nice run. This defense being a little pesky, but the passing game on fire right now for GRCC. And Skillthrow finishes at the rack and leads by 19. 8:05 to play here in the second quarter. And it's stolen away by Rockburn. Down the floor to Skillthrow. The left hand is no good. She'll take a contested 3, and she'll knock it down. And NCMC into double digits for the first time here today. With 7:30 to play here in this first half. 28-11. Starling overthrows it to DePachter. For GRCC, here trying to get a lot of these bench players some more playing time here today, especially with already this large lead. Obviously, don't want to take the pedal off the, or take your foot off the pedal here this early, but really every one of these members of this team for GRCC, they can play you tough. We've already seen that here. Taylor with a nice drive, baseline, turn around, she'll put it up, and they're gonna say she dragged her foot, calling a travel on Erica Taylor. And a couple of penalties here on Taylor that she just has not agreed with, or at least turnover-wise. It's her second of this first half. 7 to play here in the second quarter. 28-11. Starling goes low to Hardiman, bullying her way through, kicks it out to Pogner for 3, and rims out. And rebounded. That was a good look there. Tatiana Hardiman doing some nice job creating some space, especially for her shooters outside on the arc. And eventually GRCC will begin to figure it out on the three-point line, and when they do so, this is going to become that's just like the next step for this Raiders squad. Raiders right now shooting 36% from behind the arc. They've made 4 and almost tallying the same amount of threes that they had the other night against MCC. 28-11, 6:27 to play. But taking a look at this historical matchup between these two teams, they've only played each other 6 times. This matchup started back in 2023, February of 2023. Nice inbound pass, but just couldn't finish, and they're going to call another foul there on Hardiman, so that's going to send Allie Sutton to the free throw line. 6:25 to play here in the second. But GRCC has won all but just one matchup between these two teams. The last win for North Central College came last year in December, and they fell 59-56 up at Petoskey. But these two teams have already played once this year, and GRCC won by a whopping 75-27 up at Petoskey. So second matchup between these two teams. The men's team also won handily in that game. But taking a look at some of the stats in that game, GRCC shot 28% from the field. They shot 26% from three-point land. But for NCMC, they only shot 23% from the field and 7% from three. Here's a three ball from Schildthroat off the left side of the iron. And NCMC will bring it up the floor. 6 to play here in the first half as we quickly move along. Trying to drive in with her left hand, but some nice defense there by Schildthroat. Needing some help, does she need? And gets it off to Sutton. Sutton will get pushed out near the baseline, and I believe that's going to go on Tatiana Hardiman. Avery DePoctor looking like she's getting ready to check back in. Correction, another player off the bench. Poa Schooneman, will check in for Hardiman. Hardiman, 2 fouls on the day, 7 fouls overall for the Raiders, just 1 given up there by NCMC. But the hustle right now for GRCC is outpacing NCMC. And it just feels like North Central is playing very frustrated right now, which in retrospect could be good if they use it to their advantage, but it just feels like they're really getting down on themselves here early. And that has kind of led to this deep deficit. Now, they have kind of worked it back into a manageable deficit, but they got to get that offense keep going. They can't give up turnovers like that. This is what this GRCC team likes to do. They're sneaky. Lily Wolin gets her pass stolen away. Gracie Jones down the floor. The right-handed layup is no good. Ball on the floor, and now Sammy Marshall dishes it out to LeBlanc for a 3 off the front of the rim. And Schildthroat will bring, Rockburn. Cross floor, 3 ball for Picarazzi off the left of the iron. Ripping it off was NCMC there, 4:50 to play. Trying to see if they can get some shots to fall. Sierra LeBlanc goes cross floor, ball poked away by Rockburn, out of bounds, right into the bench of GRCC. And we are going to get our under 5 media timeout. GRCC leads 28-13 over NCMC. We'll take a timeout ourselves. You're watching GRCC women's basketball here on the GRCC Sports Network. Welcome back here on the GRCC Sports Network. 4:37 remaining here in the second quarter. The Raiders lead at 28-13 over the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves looking to go on a nice little run here in the final half of this first half rather. As that inbound is almost nearly stolen away. The floater is overshot. And Picarazzi back out there on the floor as Rockburn will bring it up the floor. Lily Woolen over to Schooneman. And it's offensively rebounded by Schilthrow. Swinging around the arc, going down inside the Schilthrow. Schilthrow, the left-handed layup, can't get the roll. The put-back shot is golden.
Basket for the Raiders. Number 12, Lydia Schilthrow.
Ball picked away by Rockburn. The layup is good. 32-13, and the Raiders lead back up to 19 here on this Saturday afternoon. This is not the largest lead of the night. The largest lead was at the 26-6 mark, but the next basket for the Raiders should be the largest. But Gracie Jones will try to stifle that here momentarily. First one is up and good.
And second shot for number 13, Gracie Jones.
Trying to make it 2 for 2. So this has at least been a one positive area of play for NCMC is the free throws, as they are now 8 for 9 as a team. Over half their points have came from the free throw line. Raiders have the Timberwolves have forced 9 fouls on GRCC here today. As Tiana Day back out there for the first time since that first quarter. Getting a couple different looks in this lineup change here. Getting some of the starters mixed in with some of maybe the third string players. Poet tried to do a nice little post move, but just couldn't finish at the rack. Under 3:30 to play here in this second quarter. Remember, coming up after this game, we've got the men's game between North Central Michigan College and GRCC. Nice inbound pass to Schooneman, trying to go down low to Poet, and she'll get fouled and get 2 free throws. But another big issue for North Central here at this point is just their lack of being able to pass the ball around or really get anything moving. It feels like they just kind of go down there and put up a shot. They don't share the ball. They have 0 assists as a team so far.
Shooting for a second.
33-15. Piat's second is good as well. So make it 34-15, 3:20 to play here in the second quarter. Quickly down the floor is LeBlanc as it's nearly stolen away by Piat. You know, and as much as this GRCC team steals the ball, they aren't even top in the conference. Top of the conference is Schoolcraft College, or I guess in Michigan. As a 3-ball finally rattles in. Gracie Jones gets their first 3-pointer of the night. Jones, her first points as well. Well, from the field, that is. She'll throw it with a self-assist as she finishes. 2:33 to play here in the second quarter. 36-18 is our score. Tiana Day will inbound it to Piat. And the Raiders now, and it's nice to try to get some of the chemistry on the floor worked up. Of course, some of these starters normally don't work with some of these second or maybe third string players off the bench. Here's a three. Rolls off the rim and rebounded there by Taylor. Two minutes left here in this first half. GRCC bench still into it despite this large lead. So they turn around and throw it up, and that one's good. 36-20 with a minute and 45 seconds remaining here in this first half. Nice bounce pass inside. Day working her way into the move, and she is fouled. She will go to the line for two. And a lot of the physical and athletic players for GRCC that work near the rack, they are some of the best in this area. I mean, Hardiman and Day, I mean, you get them in the paint, and it's really hard for anybody to slow them down. They just bully their way for points each and every time. The second one is good. They lead by 18 with a minute 33 remaining. As this full court press defense, as Babb comes away with it. Babb down the floor. She'll go up with it, and she kisses it off the glass. Kashari Babb. I've liked what I've seen from her this year. She's a very twitchy, very athletic player, very fast. Nice feed inside. The layup is good. Nice cut by Piat. Straight down the lane. And the Raiders own their biggest lead of the day at 22 with 53 seconds remaining. Ball poked away. Day comes away with it. Down the floor they go. Day, little hesitation. Dumps it off to Schooneman. Schooneman gets it stolen away this time. Ball on the floor. Babb with some nice defense. Babb. Nice job to slow them down. Inside. The turnaround and the throw up is good. Piat with a basket herself. (44-20). It's a 24-point lead. Looking eerily similar first half to that game earlier this year. And a lot of frustration happening right now for North Central. I mean, we just saw Erica Taylor throwing the ball behind her with frustration. And you see kind of a lot of heads hanging right now. And when you're down by this much, it's not what you need. I mean, you're not too far removed from your last win. 4 seconds left in the shot clock. Here's a three. Rattles in and out. And that buzzer will end, or buzz. 44-20. GRCC on top over NCMC. We'll take our halftime break when we come back. We'll have the start of the second half. Again, GRCC leads 44-20 over North Central Michigan College here on the GRCC Sports Network.
probably GRCC tops like at that one restaurant that right hand side that's shortly past like the business shop there. And yeah, it's one of those days where I have like football on my iPhone. I don't. It's just on there for like my iPad. But I don't know. Why do we need to do a half?
GRCC 44, NCMC 20.
Welcome back here on the GRCC Sports Network as we get set for the start of the second half between Grand Rapids Community College and North Central Michigan College. Jackson Heidenbach along with you here this afternoon. And back out on the floor here to open up this second half. It's Marshall, LeBlanc, Taylor, Cullen, and Van Tol for the Timberwolves. And now for the Raiders, it's Wozniak, Belton, Picarazzi, Day, and Lily Woolen. North Central down 24, their largest deficit of the afternoon, looking to find some sort of spark, but that won't help as Piot comes away with the steal to open up this half. Wozniak out there guiding this offense. Nice cut inside by Piot, but it is swatted down by Erica Taylor. But quickly, you cannot take your eyes off of this GRCC team. I mean, you can't have one easy possession. This GRCC team is going to make it nearly impossible to really have any sort of consistent control of the ball. They are top 5 in the entire MCCAA in terms of steals. And they're going to say Cadence Colin got fouled going up to the hoop. And so she'll get a couple of free throws. But that has been really one of the only ways that NCMC has been able to score consistently this year, or I guess this game, is the free throw line. They're 9 for 10. Make it 9 for 11 now. Nearly half of their points have came via the free throw line. But at least they've got that one thing that they've been able to hang their hat on here today. So they cut it down to 44-21 here in the third quarter. But GRCC has just been, I mean, they have double the amount of shots put up than North Central does. Wide open three for the Raiders. Day can't finish through. And another foul. And the Raiders have been racking up the fouls here today. They just committed their 11th foul of the day, which has allowed NCMC to, get those consistent points. But even in games like this where it looks like a blowout for GRCC, you got things to work on. And right now it appears to be kind of the fouls that they have been committing today. But that's just kind of a part of their game. They are an aggressive style team. You look at this team, and just like that, they get another steal as they go down inside to Wozniak, and she'll finish with a left-handed layup. But you look at this, I mean, they constantly play the string drill game. They constantly are closing out, constantly putting pressure on you. And it's not a aggressive thing. It's not like there's any bad blood between these two teams, but that's just their style of play, and that makes them one of the best teams in the MCCAA. Appreciate you tuning in here on this Saturday afternoon, on this Conference Championship Saturday, as Erica Taylor airballs her first shot attempt of the second half. A lot of good football games going on, a lot of good basketball games in the local communities going on as well. Covered a high school basketball game last night over on East Grand Rapids at Forest Hill Central, and one of the better high school environments that I've been to in the high school basketball realm. Of course, a lot of these high schools in this area, big recruitment numbers from GRCC. Nice little move or a little look there for Evelyn Taylor. She just couldn't follow through. So NCMC will pick up a rare foul. They only have 4 today compared to GRCC's 11. 10-1 run over the last 4:19 for the Raiders. It's been a slow 10-1 run. Here's a 3 ball from Wozniak off the back iron. And rebounded, falling to the knees was Sammy Marshall there. As LeBlanc will bring it up the floor. Trying to put some consistent plays together. This defense very tough. It's just unable to finish as Colin turns around, gets met by a wall of Raiders. Colin again with a little underhand scoop. And she'll get fouled and head back to the line. Colin 5 for 6 from the free throw line today as she looks to make her 6th and 7th free throws of the afternoon. Collins' team will head down to the other side of the floor. Not even trying to, or just showing the confidence they have in Colin and making both free throws. As the first one takes an unfortunate bounce. First or second game of 4 straight home games for the Raiders here at Gordon Hunsberger Arena on the campus of Grand Rapids Community College. Next weekend, the David Selman Classic. Raiders will play on Friday night, or Friday afternoon rather, and Saturday afternoon. We'll play at 6:30 on Friday and 5:30 on Saturday. Oakton College and South Suburban College. Stolen away, or excuse me, right into the arms there. Nice cut, but a bad read. Wozniak, I'm not sure if that was to be Wozniak or Schooneman. Throw around, put up, shot, no good. DePoctor recovers. DePoctor down the floor. We'd like to see DePoctor get a little hot from the shooting motion. Wozniak out to DePoctor, swinging around the arc. They go near side 3, ball for Gracie Flynn. Oh, it swirls in and out. And DePoctor was open. The pass just out, stretch or out of the reach of her arms.
And in for the Timberwolves, number 13, Gracie Jones.
5:59 to play here in this third quarter. Finding a lane. The inside, the putback, and fouled. It's been a very quick whistle for these officials today, especially against GRCC. The Raiders picking up their 13th foul of the afternoon. First one is good, and NCMC continues to shoot really well from the free throw line. That was their 12th make of 15 attempts here today. But just trying to piece their way back into this game, down 23. That one will miss off the left of the rim, and Hardiman will recover it. DePoctor will take a wide open 3, and she swishes it. 49 to 23. 5:25 to play. Bad pass down into the lane. Gracie Flynn nearly comes away with it. Modi Belton doing a nice job. First time we've seen Gracie Flynn play today. But we've seen every member of this GRCC team check in at least once today. Everybody has gotten nearly over 5 minutes of playing time. Really, the only ones that haven't is Kashari Bab and Gracie Flynn. Seeing Flynn for the first time today. Flynn, a graduate out of East Grand Rapids High School from a year ago. Had 5 points in the game versus North Central Michigan College earlier this season. Two non-divisional opponents going at it and trying to draw the jump ball was Harbodi Belton, and she couldn't come away with it. She'll quickly go down in transition. Here's Flynn with the floater. Oh, fouled, so she'll head to the free throw line. Tell you what, Gracie Flynn, she has been productive in her limited playing time, and we'll hold that thought, come back to that when we come back. It's the under 5 media timeout, 4:32 remaining here in this third quarter. GRCC leads 49-23 over NCMC. You're watching GRCC women's basketball here on the GRCC Sports Network. Welcome back here on the GRCC Sports Network. Jackson Hayden back along with you. 49-23 is our score as the Raiders lead it over the Timberwolves here on this snowy, cold Saturday, December afternoon. A lot of events going on, a lot of good games happening around the country this afternoon. So we appreciate you tuning in and checking out this rare matchup between the Timberwolves and the Raiders, as Gracie Flynn will miss her first shot from the free throw line. Second shot is good, so Flynn splits her free throws. And it's fun to see what this future could hold with how well some of these players are. You know, and see what they have. This is kind of their time to see if they can make it an advantage or take advantage of their playing opportunities. DePogter for three, and she swishes it. DePogter up to 9 points on the afternoon. She's 3 for 4 from three. And Schooneman comes away with the steal. DePogter near side corner again. Down low to Hardiman. Bullying her way through. They'll kick it out for three for Flynn. Oh, bank not open this time of day as Sierra LeBlanc recovers. 3:34 remaining here in this third quarter. It's a 28-point lead now for GRCC. With this pesky defense that GRCC has, they've been able to force 28 turnovers against the Timberwolves. So the and one is cashed in. 53-26. Coming up after this game is the men's game, as they'll take on North Central Michigan College. And a rematch from also a game earlier this season where they won 99-78. That matchup as well, very similar to this one where they've only dropped one. That was 3 meetings ago. But if the passing was a little bit more zippier and the awareness was there, that this team might have a couple more points. So the reverse layup is good by Colin. DePogter passes up a three. She'll float it. Falls short. The putback is good. Oh, Schooneman with a nice little reverse. Keeps it in bounds, but does give it up to Cullen, who can't finish at the rack. And Hardiman comes away with the defensive rebound. Down the floor goes Belton. Kicks it out for three for DePogter. It's no good. Jump ball, arrow towards NCMC, so they'll maintain possession. 2:30 to play here in this third quarter.
On the Raiders, number 4, Harmony Belton. Her second, T6.
So due to the bonus that NCMC is in, any foul going forward here in the rest of this third quarter will be free throws. Schooneman's first shot is good. And gets the lucky bounce. Got a couple subs here, at least just one. Gracie Flynn will head back towards the bench, and Lily Woolen will check back in. Haven't seen a ton of Woolen, just saw a little bit of her there towards the end of that first half. In fact, didn't complete a full minute. Excuse me, played 6 minutes in that one. Looking at the wrong stat category. She's the only one that hasn't scored a point here in this game. Everybody else has at least one. It's been a little while since that has happened. 2 to play. Drive inside by Starling, couldn't finish. She recovers her own rebound, and she gets it to go. 27 rebounds on the day for GRCC. 8 of those offensively. The Raiders had over 25 offensive rebounds the other night against MCC. They're feeling a lot more comfortable in this game at this point in time than they did on Tuesday night. That game very close between the Raiders and the Jayhawks. Starling kicks it out for 3, and Belton couldn't follow through. Minute 17 with 3 here in the third quarter. So the official stopping time here as they are fixing the play clock. They'll allow a substitution here as Tiana Day comes in for Harmony Belton. Down inside. She'll step back and throw it from the free throw line and misses off to the right of the rack. Allie Sutton back out on the floor too for the Timberwolves. The Pogger passes up on a 3. A little pump fake there by Woolen. Woolen trying to get her first points of the night, but she'll have to wait. 52.3 seconds left on this game clock here in the third quarter.
In for the Timberwolves, number 34, Adeline Van Hall, and number 3, Tammy Marshall.
Woolen will move back out towards the top of the key. Let DePoctor run this offense. And Woolen just was not in the right place at the right time as that ball went over to her left. 59-32, 43.8 seconds to play here in this game. Put up is good, no good.
Foul.
6.1 seconds to go, and now Hardiman will get a couple of free throws.
Team fourth.
That one is up and good.
Another shot for the Raiders, number 3, Tatiana Hardiman.
Proctor will inbound it, and the buzzer will ring here in the third quarter. 60-32, GRCC on top over NCMC. We'll take our intermission here. We'll come back. We'll have the start of the fourth quarter here on the GRCC Sports Network. 3 quarters down, 1 to go with the final 10 minutes up on the scoreboard. And it's a 60-32 lead here for GRCC over North Central Michigan College. Jackson Hayden back along with you here on this cold, wintry Saturday afternoon. Plenty of great games happen around the country that you could be watching, and we're happy that you chose us here for your women's basketball action. It's Trinity Starling trying to get the Raiders started here early, but misses her first shot of the afternoon. Raiders overall have shot a lot better from the field today than they did on Wednesday night. 37% thus far, 23 for 62 from the field, 6 for 23 from the three-point line as well. Here's a 3 from NCMC, no good. And Day will bring it up the floor. Day, one of the top players for the Raiders. At this point, as they swing it around, DePogger passes up a 3. Could have stepped back and maybe put up a shot. She's getting a lot of space over there on the near corner. Just hasn't been able to save it. A nice play there by Starling. DePogger with the floater. No good. Hardiman the put back. And gets the 2 free throws coming her way. 3 chances there for the Raiders. And that'll lead to some free throws. Nice hustle play there by Trinity Starling. Well, Trinity Starling, one of the many members of this team that played, or a graduate from East Kentwood High School. She played with both Sophia Wozniak and Harmony Belton. But you just think about some of how they have played here this season, and I mean that East Kentwood team definitely was one of the better ones in the area. A couple years ago, going 20-4. All those girls a part of that team. Unfortunately, they lost by 3 in the district and second round of the district tournament. But an incredible run. Went nearly perfect in conference play. Hardiman with a nice rebound. 62-32. Here in this final quarter of play here this Saturday as Day chucks up a 2. The putback by Starling, no good. Hardiman, I believe the foul will go on Starling. But Starling has been a nice little piece off this bench. Again, we talked about it the other day about what she was able to do in that MCC game. And, you know, those are stats that maybe she wasn't like the top scorer on the team, but she played a big role. She only played 4 minutes. She got 4 points. It was kind of a bit of a spark there towards the end of that first half against Muskegon. And comes out today, has 6 points. She is hustling. She has been very physical, something that you like to see on the younger side of this team. And if somebody, God forbid, were to go down, you'd have that replacement there. This defense still staying tough against the Timberwolves. Starling with the rebound. She's got to get it out of there, and she does. Raiders have power in numbers. Missed an open skill throw down there in the paint. Nice pass inside. Sterling the layup. No good, but she is fouled, and she'll head to the free throw line with 2. First one there for Starling is good.
Another shot for the Raiders, number 3, Trinity Starling.
But you look at a lot of these players up and down this lineup for GRCC, a lot of standout players in the greater Grand Rapids area. And David Glazier is going to call his first timeout of the afternoon. 65-32, 7:47 remaining here in this fourth quarter. We'll take one as well here at the GRCC Sports Network. 7:47 remaining here in this fourth quarter. 65-32 is our score. GRCC on top. Is coming out of the GRCC timeout. They've only used one. NCMC has only used one as well. So good tight defense there for the Raiders. That ball gets away. Lily Woolen on the floor. Just couldn't corral it in. No points scored so far for NCMC here in this fourth quarter, and we are just a little bit under 3 minutes played here so far. So they're looking for their first bucket of this quarter. Raiders with 5, and they'll head to the free throw line. Another foul there committed by GRCC.
On the Raiders, number 20, Lillian Wolin. Her first, team first. Going to the line for the Timberwolves, number 32, Hayes Pump.
And so the first one will miss, so they'll hopefully get their first basket of this first quarter here. And they do. $15 for 20 over the free throw line tonight. Almost nearly half. Here's Lolan trying to get her first points of the day. No good. The putback by Starling is good. Starling in the double digits. She leads the team with 11. Bad back out there on the floor. Put up is fouled. Interesting. There's been a lot of fouls called for the way this game has been.
Foul on Raiders number 30, Tatiana Hartman. Her fourth, team second. In for the Raiders number 13, Lloyd Schumann. Shooting for the Raiders.
67-33.
34.
First one is off the back of the rim. And CMC has just made 8 field goals today out of 36 attempts. They've made just 1 3-pointer on 7 attempts. And 16 for 22 at the free throw line. Here's a 3 ball from straight away. No. Rebounded and brought up the floor now by Central. And ball poked away. Tatiana Hardiman with 4 fouls on the day. Allie Sutton and Van Tol, the only 2 that aren't in foul trouble. Well, I guess they have 3 fouls each. They've got tied the most on the team for the Timberwolves. They don't have a very deep bench for them to go to. Here's a mid-range jumper as it's off the back of that rim. And a travel there on Sammy Marshall. 6:04 remaining here in this fourth quarter, 67-34.
Foul on North Central. Number 34, Evelyn Van Paul. Her fourth, team fourth. Shooting another one for the Raiders, number 10, Cash Back.
Shari Babb makes her second, makes it 69-34.
And for the Raiders, number 2, Gracie Flynn.
Now in foul trouble is Vantel for the T-Wolves. I'll make sure you stick around for the men's half of the game as the whistles keep on whistling.
Foul on the Raiders, number 20, Lillian Wallen. Her second. Team third. Shooting again for North Central, number 13, Gracie Jones.
Gracie Flynn, they'll dish it out. 3-ball from Wolin off the back of the rim. She's still the only one without points tonight, so you know they're going to try to feed her as much as they can. 5 to go here in this game. As GRCC on their way to another victory here, looking for their 8th win of the season. Layup unable. Nice look, though, for NCMC. Jump ball. Put it back up again. They recover it again. And a foul. And I don't know where these fouls are coming from, to be completely honest. Because a lot of them, the hands do feel like they're straight up in the air. And we're going to get the under 5 media timeout. 4:36 remaining in this fourth quarter. GRCC up big, 69-34 here on the GRCC Sports Network.
Media timeout.
Welcome back here on the GRCC Network. 4:36 remaining here in this quarter, or I guess rather this game. As the free throw success continues, that's their 18th point on free throws here today. Over half of their points have came from the free throw line. As their second one is good as well. Make it 69-36. Wolin with the ball, one of the only members, or the only member on this team without a bucket, and she gets fouled. 4:18 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Foul on blue, 32, Cadence Collins. Her third team.
Gracie Flynn now at the free throw line. Excuse me, Poet Schooneman 70-36, GRCC on top, looking similar to the score the last time these two teams met.
And in for the Raiders number 12, Leah Schildkraut.
75-27 was the final of that game. Of course, the point's a little bit better this time for NCMC. And a blocking foul called on GRCC that time. But taking a look at the box score the last time these two teams met, the Raiders at one point didn't allow the Timberwolves to score a single point in the second quarter of that game. In fact, they only scored double digits in a quarter once, and that was in the fourth. In that game, Tiana Day had 16 points. Avery Piat hit 8. Everybody in the lineup scored except for Kashari Bab. The Raiders shooting better here today in this game against the Timberwolves than they did in that game back in late November. But Evelyn Van Tol led the team in 8 points for the Timberwolves. There you see Flynn swinging around. Bab on the near side. Wolin back to Flynn. Flynn trying to go down low. Just sneaks it in there. Wolin straight away three. She gets it. Finally, everybody in this lineup has scored a bucket. Wolin finally getting it after going 0 for 7 to start this game. Wolin, that was her 7th three-point attempt as well.
Basket was good for Timberwolves number 32, Katie Cullen. Foul on Raider. 12, Lydia Schildkraut. For second, 26.
First one is up, and it misses. 74-40 is our score here in this fourth quarter. 3:22 remaining. Turns around, throws it up off the left of the square. As we close in on our final 3 minutes here of this game. And Skudeman comes away with it. She brings it down the floor. They go across court. Bab will take a mid-range jumper, and that misses. This is off the right of Skudeman for two. She swishes it in.
Basket, that Raiders 13, Owen Skudeman.
And CMC Flynn with the drive. Inside, they dish it out. The three. Yes! Raiders lead by 39 here as we approach the final 90 seconds of game time here on this Saturday afternoon showdown. Don't forget, coming up, the men's edition between these two schools. Raiders have done well against the Timberwolves in the men's department as well. Bab with a steal. Her and Flynn. Flynn couldn't control, back to Bab, off the glass and good. Bab with her 4th points of the night. In the final minute of this game, closing in, Raiders will improve to 8-3 on the year. Will extend their winning streak to 2, while the Timberwolves will fall to 2-6 as well as extending their losing streak to 2. Coming up for the Timberwolves, they'll take on Milwaukee Area Technical College at Bay College next Friday. They'll also have Glen Oaks Community College at Bay College next Saturday at 10 a.m. Again, for GRCC, the women's team, they'll be part of the David Selman Classic here at the Ford Fieldhouse. Oakton College on Friday at 4:30, and South Suburban College on Saturday at 3:30. So the second one is good, 83-40. It's a 43-point lead for the Raiders. 35 seconds remaining here in this game. So they swing it out to the top of the key, now over to the near side or far side. As that 3-point misses, and the Raiders are just going to hold on to it as a shot clock turns off. And the Raiders getting ready to celebrate their second straight win. And another win against North Central Michigan College, their second win of the year, sweeping the season series against the Timberwolves. And the Raiders will head home victorious here on this Saturday afternoon as the final buzzer sounds and GRCC wins 83-40 over North Central Michigan College. Stick around because we'll have the second game of this doubleheader as the men's team prepares to take on North Central Michigan College here at Hunsberger Arena in the Ford Fieldhouse on the campus of GRCC. Once again, GRCC winning 83-40 over NCMC. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jackson Hyde, and until next time, so long, everybody.